You probably have hormonal imbalance, and until you balance your hormones, it'll be practically impossible to get rid of these problems. But you're in luck, because Ambrin is the all-natural formula clinically shown to cause sustained weight loss.
Looks like somebody got stuck in the ditch.
Yep, that's not
Ambrin
good, huh?
restores hormonal imbalance in women over 40,
here's what we'll
so
do.
the extra pounds fall away, and the
We'll
other symptoms
upload
simply
this video.
disappear. To receive a complimentary risk-free
No,
trial
we'll
with
send
a
it to
free
Sarah.
30-day supply, just be one of the first 50 callers right now at 1-800-884-5063. Free supplies are limited, so be one of the first callers right now at 1-800-884-5063.
That's what happens when you're driving too fast.
That's 1-800-884-5063.
And you'll end up in the ditch.
Dinner's cold. It's on the table.
Right, dude?
Yep. What's the ditch?
You bitch.
Again, the boss is not happy. It was traffic.
All right.
We can't stop traffic, but we can help you avoid it on News Radio Wood 1300 and 106.9 FM.
Visit the Michigan International Auto Show January 31st through February 3rd at the Boss Place. And be sure to stop by the Clear Channel Broadcast Studio in the Grand Gallery, courtesy of Gorman's Furniture, Michigan's premier home furnishing centers in Grand Rapids at 28th Street and Breton.
The brain and spine hold countless mysteries. So
Use
it's
caution,
important to know
ramps and
there's an
bridges
experienced team of
may be
neuroscience
icy.
specialists dedicated to solving them, to bringing breakthrough treatments
So-
and technology to those who need the most.
Just being careful
At Spectrum Health Medical
on
Group,
this slick
our
road.
coordinated approach to care is positively impacting lives
Because
and earning national recognition.
this
From
week
research
we
to
seen
recovery, benefit from top
in the news
experts working together for
a
you.
40-car pop
For
in,
greater possibilities, visit Spectrum Health Medical
in
Group
Indiana,
at shmg.org.
and there was
and this is your CNET
a
update.
massive pileup in
This Sunday,
Detroit,
you can watch
Michigan.
the Super Bowl
Right,
from your
dude?
computer. CBSSports.com will be streaming the game as well
Saw it
as the
online.
halftime show, and you can also pull up the commercials. NFL.com will also live stream the game for free, and Verizon subscribers can watch the game from their Apple or Android mobile device using the free NFL mobile app. We're keeping an eye on OpenTable. It's a service for online restaurant reservations because it just bought Food Spotting for $10 million. Food Spotting is a website and app for people to share photos of their meals. And speaking of food, you can dine like a top chef with the iPhone app called Find, Eat, Drink. Culinary professionals rate their favorite places to eat, drink, grocery shop all over the globe, so you can find a gem in your neighborhood or while traveling on vacation. Facebook updated its mobile iOS app, adding voicemail and video recording options, as well as updates to nearby listings. Facebook added these options to the Android app last week. From our studios in New York, I'm Bridget Carey.
This is News Radio Wood 1300 and 106.9 FM.
Okay, story's true. Found in the Washington Times.
We'll
They
see if we
do
can
mistakenly say that David Gregory is the host of MSNBC's
find some more cars in the ditch.
But Ben Jealous did say it. Country
I know.
back to pretty much where it was when this president started. White people are doing a bit better. Black people are doing far worse. NAACP President Ben Jealous. He's not only the president, he's a CEO. And the story is that it says maybe unwittingly said it. Not sure that he meant to say it. Well, not that he doesn't believe it, but that he perhaps didn't mean to say it. It hasn't gotten any drive-by coverage because, of course, it's not helpful. But he did say it. It was on Meet the Press and it was on Sunday. Okay, Joe in Atwood, Georgia. Hello, so great to have you on the program. Hi.
Surrounded dittos, Rush.
Surrounded, I feel you. I know what you mean.
I think it's something that we got this number on the GDP a week after inauguration.
Well, I know what you mean, but there's no way the fourth quarter. What difference would it make if it came out before the inauguration? There's nothing going to stop that.
Well, the numbers have been, I think they've been massaged all along. I haven't seen an improvement since this all began.
Well,
I am in Georgia. Georgia is probably still reeling from real estate. But no action.
You actually think that federal agencies would manipulate and lie about numbers to cover up bad news to help elected officials?
Yes.
You really think
No question.
You have no doubt that that could happen?
How can you have a doubt? They're from Chicago.
Yeah, I know. They're from Chicago. It is curious, isn't it? I know what you mean. where's all this bad news before the election? How come? There's, by the way, there is some news that has dramatically worsened since the election that could have been reported before the election. I can't remember off the top of my head. We've had a couple stories this week alone. But fourth quarter growth rate, there's no way. I mean, they had that at 2.1%. This is a hell of a revision, folks. The projected fourth quarter growth rate was 2.2%, I think. The Obama administration, in their economic documents that they've submitted, budgets and what have you, have forecast economic growth next 4 years to be anywhere between 3.5% and 4.5%. And the fourth quarter last year projected to grow at 2.2, and maybe the preliminary number was that. But here comes, it was 2.5 actually. Now here comes a contraction of 0.1%. They're only off by 2.6% here.
Why the hell are we
That's
slow? Going so slow?
significantly lot.
That
That's
caravan
a big
right over there.
percentage to be off.
Is that the slow
Of course,
blue
the
van
Democrats'
over there?
spin today is that this is the best looking contraction we've ever had because of the reason. It's actually a good contraction. Because this contraction is the
Good. Get the
result
fuck out of my way.
spending that is helping people. I kid you not. You can look it up on Drudge. It's on his front page. To the top of his front page. This is the greatest looking contraction we've ever had. Because we've been spending money here. It really helps people. So what does it
Look at all
matter
that
that
smoke
the
over there.
economy is not growing? But I said, what does it matter that Amazon is losing money as long as
Look at that
customers are
snow
happy
blowing off
and
one of
as
the
long
vans
as the
over there.
investors are happy? What does it matter that Amazon's losing? So what if the economy's shrinking? We're taking care of people here. That's what the Democrats' reaction to all of this is. By the way, there are economic growth and the contraction. It's only going to get worse. I mean, it's mathematics. There are more tax increases coming. And don't forget the wizards and smart at AP. When they reported this
Since
contraction story today,
the car
they find this for
was
this
sitting
is
in the
too good.
ditch.
This
This is
too good.
looking
Listen,
just fine so far. The traffic ain't
the
too bad.
surprise contraction in the U.S. economy could raise fears about the economy's ability to handle tax increases that took effect in January and looming spending cuts. So here's the AP word. Oh no, the economy's contracting. Oh my God, we might have trouble handling these tax increases. Wait a minute, I thought AP and other Democrats and liberals have told us that tax increases are good for the economy. And that unemployment extension, benefit extension, is good for the economy. I thought that every dollar of unemployment compensation generated $1.73 in economic activity or growth. And yet with all these tax increases and all this unemployment compensation that we're paying, the economy contracted. It shrunk. And in the third quarter, July, September, calendar third quarter,
Other side of the road, there was
they
a
reported the economic growth of the country 3.1%.
Chevy pickup truck.
So the calendar
Abandoned.
third quarter, we're down 3.2% just since September. And so now AP, I love this. The surprise
home ever
contraction
since.
could raise fears, about the economy's
6 o'clock.
ability to handle tax
Going
increases.
home
What
on
they're really
M6.
admitting here now
Yep.
is that they've known all along that tax increases slow down the economy. Now, all during the run-up to the election, they didn't say that. The last 4 years, they never said that. Oh, in fact, remember in 2010 when the Bush tax cuts were almost ready to expire? And Obama said, we can't let those tax cuts expire. We would slow down the economy. So every now and then, the Democrats and the media will admit the truth about tax increases, that they slow down the economy. Most of the time they tell us how good they are, how fair, how necessary. Because they're only on the rich, don't you see? Yes, only on the rich. And yet every American is down minimum $100 a month because of the payroll tax tax increase that happened on January 1st. Anyway, now they're worried. There's a whole bunch of tax increases coming because of Obamacare, folks, and others, a whole bunch. And the AP all know they're worried. Can the economy withstand those taxes? No, it can't. Let me help them out. It can't. The mathematics is what it is.
Wake up with Wood.
Career Builder now listing the best paying professions that do not require a 4-year college degree. You could be a registered nurse, a nuclear tech, a dental hygienist.
To create a black market for tobacco, because every other state in the union doesn't require that. Eventually, I think it's just political grandstanding.
West Michigan's morning news.
The best posting so far, you are a stone cold fox. Wow.
My favorite is someone who asked me why I brought the maitre d' in with me.
Wow. That would be mean.
On Wood Radio.
For some of us, gambling can make us lose more than a few dollars. And we lose our jobs, lose our homes, and slowly but surely we lose the people we love. We're at a loss as to why we can't control our gambling. We lose years struggling with an addiction we didn't even know we had. For free confidential help, call the Michigan Problem Gambling Helpline to speak with a counselor. Call 1-800-270-7117. It's time to win your life back. Sponsored by the Michigan Department of Community Health and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Are SUVs about to get smaller? This is Jeff Gilbert with the call. Honda's now showing something it calls the urban SUV concept, which is a new small SUV that we intend to bring to production next year. A small footprint, but a larger than expected interior, says Honda marketing chief Mike Akavides. For those people that have a need for a sport utility vehicle, they need the space, they need the functionality, but they might not have big parking spaces, they might live in smaller areas, and so they appreciate the smaller size of the vehicle. Akavides says people now understand they can fill their needs with something that's smaller and more fuel efficient, but still has big utility. With the comments, I'm Jeff Gilbert, CBS News.
Take a look at your wallet. Chances are, after the holidays and another month of bills, it's looking pretty thin. And because nothing's more depressing than being short on cash, how'd you like to fatten up your wallet with 500 Benjamins? Just by listening to Wood Radio, you could pocket 50 grand. Listen for the cue to text and a chance to win big. When you hear the keyword, text it to 36500. You could win $50,000. Keep listening for your chance to win on News Radio Wood 1300 and 1069 FM.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Authorities in Texas have a suspect in custody in Saturday's killing of 2 men at a shooting range, one of them a celebrated Navy SEAL.
The loss of Chris Kyle, known as the U.S. military's most lethal sniper, to a fatal gunshot wound has stunned the military community, where he was revered for his skill and heroic service. Kyle wrote the best-selling autobiography, American Sniper.
Fox's Molly Lyon, the alleged killer, 25-year-old Ray Ruth, is himself a veteran suspected of suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. His family and friends in mourning today. His funeral services are held for school bus driver Charles Poland, killed last Tuesday as he tried shielding his charges from a gunman in Midland, Alabama.
Today's going to be a tough day for our family. Please give them the peace to be able to do what they need to do in their time of mourning.
Sheriff Wally Olson, alleged shooter Jimmy Lee Sykes, still holds a 5-year-old child hostage. Fox News. We report. You decide.
Cloudy and breezy this afternoon. The snow will let up, but what fell earlier today will still be blowing around, could create some slick spots on the roadways. High temps only reach 22 degrees, but with that wind, it's only going to feel like it's in the single figures. We drop to 10 above tonight. We'll see another round of snow pushing in after midnight toward daybreak Monday. Could make for a very slippery Monday morning commute. We have a lake effect snow advisory for Ottawa County south along the lakeshore, including Kalamazoo.
Found more cars in the ditch.
Monday at 1 p.m. I'm storm teammate meteorologist Laura Velasquez for West Michigan's official weather station.
Because so far it doesn't look bad on the roads. And they're right, Dan.
You're listening to Russia's Week in Review.
I have a question, ladies and gentlemen. The economic growth rate, reported anyway, by our government at the end of September was 3.1%. At the end of the calendar third quarter, So after September, of course, comes October, November, December. That's the calendar fourth quarter. So from September to the end of the year, the economy went from growing at 3.1% to contracting by 0.1%. So the economy fell 3.2%. Now what happened between October, November, and December that might have had something to do with this? Let me think. October, November, even December, you got Christmas and holiday season. That's supposed to be big for the economy. They told us, ladies and gentlemen, we were told that after Obama won re-election, the economy was going to take off because uncertainty would be removed. In fact, they said that one of the reasons the economy was sort of chugging, not really speeding along, was all the uncertainty over who was going to win the election and what policies would then flow. But that after Obama won, that's the end of uncertainty. Everybody know what's ahead and the economy would take off. Now, obviously Obama won the election and the economy tanked.